Welcome back. It's ya boy. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't have a joke lined up. You got anything?
Your boy.
Hey. Anyways, I'm pulling up my stream on my phone. I have a walkthrough on standby because last time really struggled with the trial, I won't lie. So I just have insurance, you know what I mean? So that doesn't happen. Can't struggle if I cheat. Was that a host?
You know what? That would be me.
Okay. I heard the bling, but can't
I
see.
understand. I understand the struggle.
Alright, Ite! No more stalling. Oh yeah. Aw, little
why.
Max popping up on the screen. Okay, fuck. Where's Monokuma Rock? Done this.
Island?
Yeah, no, I'm on the center island.
Oh,
I think I
you're
like
on the center
auto-traveled
island.
here. I think I auto-traveled here.
I
I'm just gonna run because, you know, I need them steps.
we got that.
My
pet to take care of.
Fitbit is keeping track of my health.
Hajime witnessing a murder. The pet. Your heart rate seems to be elevated. I wonder why.
He's like, oh, my rate seems to be elevated. Shut up!
It's like,
Jesus.
yeah, I gathered that.
Every time Hajime speaks, I'm like, I really am Hajime. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock, except for Nekomaru, because he is still hospitalized somewhere. And soon enough... Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, jerk! Hold it right there.
Monomy's
What?
such a dumb
Don't
child.
get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Hey!
That's a fact, but you know what? Don't mind that. My
Just
brain
because
works
it's true
just
doesn't mean you have to
fine.
say it.
Hey, hey!
I know. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru?
I see. So you've come to avenge him.
Is he dead? Avenge? That sounds like he died. Did he?
Sounds like you say, whoops.
Anyway!
Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye.
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on. I won't let you escape.
I feel like that means Nekomaru's not dead. Because he's trying to fuck with us.
Is he dead?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
He better not be.
Fuyuhiko, you know what's funny? I started this and I was like, yeah, Fuyuhiko's cool. But like, the more his character develops, the more I'm like, you know what? I like that little angry man. Love him.
Little angry man.
Little angry baby gangster.
Hey, did you hear what he said?
Nah. Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well,
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. I'm pretty sure he'll kill him too. Just he'll be the one to do it. Just like in his sleep, just inject morphine into the IV. Go to sleep, Nekomaru. No, why are we so excited about that?
how about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
What do you yearn for?
What does he know? He always seems to know before we do.
Right?
And then just doesn't tell us.
I know, I'm like, wait.
He's just like
tell
fucking
us.
Kyoko in the first game, who's just like, yeah, no, you have to figure it out on your own. It's like,
I know, right?
our lives are on the line. Can we please?
It's like, we're literally going to die.
Literally.
What are you saying, fiend?
You'll find out soon enough.
See?
No! Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Hairball.
Yeah, you know how it is. When I just barf up escalators. We stepped
You
onto the
do that
escalator and
sometimes.
ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. I wonder why. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
You know, I would have said that we keep getting smaller and smaller because everyone gets shorter and shorter, but they keep killing the short people.
Yeah. Too bad Makoto ain't here. Then we'll have
Damn.
shortness to spare. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock,
He ate us. We are digested.
he really said slurp. Man, this elevator seems so spare. There's like so few people. The elevator began its deep descent as usual. But nobody said a word, like usual. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. So, anyone want to confess? Perchance?
Anyone catch that sports ball game?
And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. Anyone seen this sports ball game? And they're just like, you don't know what sports are, do you? Not a clue. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place.
Walked into hell.
My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother?
That's...
What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin! It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. Yeah, Nekomaru was pretty much like the only one who couldn't have done this. And
I
so,
know.
the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. God, I have no fucking clue. Ibuki Miyota, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. Who's gonna give us the vibes now? When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hyoko was kind of an asshole. Hyoko Seonji.
She's kind of a bitch, but I loved her.
I loved her in a weird little sister kind of way, because you know how they just annoy the motherfucking shit out of you, but you just can't seem to stop going to visit. The ultimate
Like,
traditional
Hajime,
dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. And now she never will. Kind of like Taka with Mondo, am I right? Anyway, the person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. Do I even need to say that this is not the first time it's happened? But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Why are we the biggest one? Until I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sake. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. We'll avenge them! And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun.
It's time to duel.
Okay, I didn't get any new skills, fuck. I'm
Fine.
a dumb-ass motherfucker. That's okay. Guess I'll suffer.
When you get them, do you just use them?
Yeah, this is where I can equip them for the trial. I didn't remember to do it before, but that's okay. I don't...
Ooh.
Yeah, let's look. Maybe I can buy skills real quick.
You can.
What's this one? So it increases the influence gauge. That sounds good. And that's all I could afford. Fantastic.
Well, that's kind of whack.
Boop. There we go. Alright. I guess I can't look at... I'm not allowed to look at the Monokuma file? Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Monokuma file number 3. Cause of death was crushed windpipe as a result of choking. No other external injuries. I think it's safe to assume she was told to kill herself. Hyoko
Yeah.
Seonji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. Okay. Appears her death was instant. We never found the tool,
Yeah.
so we don't know what the murder weapon is. That doesn't bode well.
Sharp-edged.
I also don't know what this means. There were bloodstains on the soles of Ibuki's feet. I don't know what this means. Rope used for hanging. There's no doubt that Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope, according to Mikon. The key to the motel room was Hiyoko was staying in. It was buried deep inside her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. So I think it's safe to assume nothing could have been hidden in there. But all we really found out from that room was the reason Hiyoko went to the music venue.
Yeah.
Thick scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting. Music venue curtain. Not wide enough to reach the sides of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket, not something that was originally here. I also am not sure why that was the case. The step ladder, the candle. Looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance camera was actually light from this candle. Surveillance camera unit. We can only transmit from there to there. The killer probably initiated the transmission. The AC was cranked up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Extremely hot. Smudge on the floor. Evidence that a bloodstain was wiped off the floor. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. If the blood was Hiyoko's, why would it be on the bottom of Ibuki's feet, though? Hiyoko wasn't dead yet. That's what I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. That's what I'm also confused with that.
So, if it's not Hiyoko's blood, whose is it? That's also what I'm not understanding. I feel like we missed so much evidence, but the trial wouldn't be starting if we missed anything. The strained glob where the music venue and doors touch each other. Mikon's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement this morning, Mikon was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Okay, so this is about right at the morning. Okay. Surveillance monitor video. The video that Hajime saw at the hospital shows a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a head bag on their head as they willingly climb a stepladder toward a noose. After Fuyuhiko met Mikon in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater, didn't find anyone. They were only separate for a short time. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled. Sonia told her about the full-length mirror. Movie invitation ticket. This is basically our alibi that says we had we didn't know about the movie beforehand. So we're definitely going to get blamed for this somehow. Otherwise we wouldn't have that. Monomi tote bag that was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently you get another bag for free when you purchase it. Wizard of Monomi. 3 deaths in the movie. I wonder if, like, the killer was carrying something heavy with the bag, maybe? That proves they have the other bag. I can't figure out what that would be.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel woefully unprepared for this trial, but you know what? We're going in. And I'm not changing the difficulty because I hate myself. Let's go!
Now
This is
then,
fine.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer...
Sorry. Oh, never mind. We're fine, we're fine. Something popped up on my screen. I thought I was gonna have to...
If you vote correctly,
exit out, but
then
it went
only
away
the
on its own.
blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick
Okay.
the
The
wrong
wrong
person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation?
You mean the
Let's get
explanation
on
you've
with
given
it
us
already.
twice already?
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Me too, Nagito!
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
I feel like we're all a little
Nagito's
lost.
not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Hey!
Empty head?
Don't be mean.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
Listen
don't
up.
bully
The
Akane.
emptier your head, the
She's
more
got
dreams
big
you can
mommy
stuff
milkers.
inside it, you know?
Anyway,
Hajime!
with the trial if
Oh,
those
just
two
cuts to
are
Hajime being
participating in
like-
the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
You know, I'd love to tell you, but I'm
And
pretty
Let's
lost.
start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team
Okay.
consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikon, Fuyuhiko, and me.
I feel like that's
The
gonna
other
come into
5
play
in the
somehow.
motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up. He
Fell
told
asleep
that
on me.
Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head.
I'm trying to pay
Climbing a
attention because I'm
stepladder.
so fucking lost.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I
God
tried to
bless.
stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I
He
heard
only
from
has
those two
eyes
that
for a
Ibuki
dead woman.
disappeared. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Someone
And when
would've-
that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
That's the other thing. You slit a throat. They slit a throat where... Why was there no blood splatter? Right? Well, I mean, I guess because they duct taped the wound. But I feel like the killer would have gotten it on him. Despite that.
Wait.
What?
Remember how they said that there's blood on soles of Yuki's shoes?
Yeah? Fix your mic.
Maybe that's the blood spot?
Could be.
The blood on soles. Which would make sense.
I'm struggling to figure out how that pieces together, but it's possible.
So that's how the case played out. Thank
And
you.
then there's the blood on the
I
floor
understood it very easily.
that they
Well,
cleaned
it's
up.
clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Man.
Fuck.
Huh?
Sorry,
Makoto?
I'm only being impartial right now.
Nagito, you bitch. You know we
What I
didn't
just
do it. You're
heard
just being an
is
asshole.
clearly suspicious.
You're lucky I like you.
If you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us
You
ignore
know
what
we
might be
didn't
an
see the movie,
inconvenient
so you're
truth
being
to
a
you.
bitch for no reason.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Nagito, quit it. Just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. We have the ticket.
Hajime's testimony
sounds
is clearly
slaps.
suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself,
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility.
Y'all are
After
sheep.
all, Hajime is the only witness.
why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
No, that's wrong.
I got your number, bitch. I knew this was coming.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
I know you know that.
I hate you.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie.
Then why'd you bring
His
it up?
invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a
Nagito,
stamp that shows
you're
the
lucky
date
I
and
like
time.
you. Otherwise, I would have punched you in the face.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Because he was being an asshole.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Well, then don't bring it up like we're.
A good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
You could have just said, I know you didn't do
Don't
it,
be
and here's
mad.
why.
I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
It is a
What
game,
a waste of
bitch.
time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
The
Yeah, I'm
despair
positive.
disease.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder
Gun
coincidentally
him.
occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Not very
I've
long.
been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
I don't think so.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others
Well, I mean, you do
all
think
have
it's Sonya.
alibis.
I
Chiaki,
do.
Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door
Maybe it is.
together.
Maybe you're actually right this time.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
It's too
And if
easy.
Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only
I know.
person
They
that remains
definitely have to
is
drag
one
this
of
on
you.
for hours.
There's another person
No.
who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird,
I'm
are
so
you?
freaking lost.
Please
So much
tell me
evidence
you're not
that doesn't
joking.
make sense to me.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall.
True.
Is this his professional skill?
Where was Kazuichi? The killer was inside the
True.
music venue. Fihiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't know! I mean, there was the green goo. Right?
The killer was still inside the music.
Mahi, you still there?
Yeah?
I think I disconnected. For a second.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
Alright, I think I'm back.
alright.
Sorry guys, had to pause. I had to make sure that was squared away. If that happens again, I'm just gonna have to do it again. Okay.
By locking the door from the inside,
No, that's wrong. Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
from the outside. How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably gum? Glue?
I see.
Oh.
Alright.
You stuck that in your mouth,
Must have been
Chiaki.
glue. Glue?
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's definitely what it tasted like.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that,
Your mouth.
I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know
Kids eat glue all
glue
the
was
time.
edible.
I believe
It's
it
not.
is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed
That
door,
doesn't explain the
it must have
drumstick,
sealed
though.
the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Oh, maybe it was left afterwards. The broken
It was
drumstick.
so obvious
Ah.
that it makes
And the
more
killer
sense
came
to
in
think
behind
the
us.
killer placed it as a diversion.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you
That's what I
saying
wasn't
the
getting.
drumstick
That makes
was
sense.
a trap the killer set on purpose?
Makes sense.
Then I
This sounded like
totally fell
Hina's
for that
trial.
fucking trap.
Like Sakura's trial.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me.
This doesn't
However,
mean
you're not
that you
allowed to
didn't do
slice open
it.
your stomach this time.
You're not safe,
In a
honey.
quarrel,
Nobody's
both sides
safe
are
at
to
this point
blame.
except me
That's
and
why it's
Fuyuhiko
better
because I
to
think
just
he's
have
cool
no
and he didn't do
sides
it.
at all.
So,
Fuyuhiko,
during
thanks,
the
man.
10 minutes Hajime
Thanks, bro.
left
They're
the
ju-
venue,
they're just like
the killer
bros.
murdered Hiyoko and created
Bro
a closed
fist.
space.
They just
And they
reach
also
across.
taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Aww, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Why would...
If they couldn't have done it while
No one's gonna
Hajime-
comment on that? Why'd she say that?
They must have done it.
Why'd she say that?
You know,
But
I
when
might
Hajime got to the
change
venue,
my idea.
only Ibuki's
Yeah, I mean,
body
here's
was
the
there,
thing. I
right?
kind of thought it was Mikon before. I don't know why she said that. It kind of... Is that too obvious? That might be too
I
obvious.
don't
When you
know.
went
I don't
back with
know.
everyone else,
You know
Why did
what?
she say
Hyoko's body was there too.
You know
right?
what? That's it. I'm changing my answer.
To Mikon?
It's
Alright, you know what? We're all in. We're all in. Call me
We're all
Celestia
in.
Ludenberg because I'm all in.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at
I was
the time.
thinking that, but where the hell would the body
Hiyoko
be?
was actually
I know,
killed
that's why I'm
early.
confused.
I mean, yes, there was the smudge, so yes, it could have been dragged, but only in that one area there's a smudge? So it
Yeah.
couldn't have been far. Maybe it was behind the curtain? Maybe that's what is important about the curtain?
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed.
Did
on
Sonya
its own.
tell us what
The killer
time
did that too.
she sent Hiyoko there?
Here, I have proof.
I don't remember.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the
I'm glad you
music
know what it
venue?
means, because I
That's
don't.
right, but just what is this?
Do you?
scrap
Do you have an idea?
anyway?
I have a vague idea right now. So you know how they're talking about the... I don't know about the time, but I have an idea of why that scrap of paper makes sense. Remember how they said that there was a bunch of stickers on the wallpaper
Yeah.
that wasn't there before?
Yeah.
They pointed out that there were stickers. There wasn't stickers on it before. Maybe she put the stickers on the wallpaper to cover up the blood splatter.
That is... You got a point! That
I got
scrap
the
that was
thinking
stuck
cap
on
on
the...
today.
You're smarter than I'm still lost. The scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. It's wallpaper. I don't want to do Hangman's Gambit! Don't do this to me! It's wallpaper, right?
It's wallpaper. Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough stuff.
W-
Okay.
W-
Give me a
A-
W.
L-
Give me a
L-
W!
Yeah, it's wallpaper.
Give me an A. You're not an
Ah.
A. You're not an A. You're not an A. You're not an A. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. I'm not seeing any A's. Oh, here's I'm seeing A's. I didn't mean to do that. Not what I meant to do. Oh, fuck. They're being mean to me! They're being mean to me! Fuck, what is... Ah, shit. Okay, you're being mean to me. Is this because I started being smart, so now they're being an asshole? I need an E. Okay, there's a lot going on in my face, thanks. R. Jesus.
Wallpaper.
I start like being smart and they're just like, have a rush of letters, and I'm like,
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
So it was hanging up
Right.
before.
You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton
You would think
lining
the
was
killers would
originally part of
eventually
the
stop
wallpaper.
thinking they can get away with this stuff because
And what's wrong with
all of
that?
the other killers
Does
have
it
gotten
something to do
caught.
with Hyoko's body
I
disappearing?
know, right?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
If you have the answer, just tell
But if you
us.
guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap
Oh
of
my
paper,
god, Nagito,
you can
please.
figure this out easily.
Please help me.
Nagito, I may be sounding smart sometimes, but I'm actually the dumbest bitch.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Yoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh, fuck. But I don't know the answer! Don't make me play video games! Wait, how do I-
What if the wallpaper was up and then, she went to put it back and then Hyoko was in there?
Nice.
Tag yourself.
Guys, I'm good at this game. What the fuck else am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, I can go faster. Jesus, I'm stupid.
I related so hard.
I just jumped into the cavern.
Look at me. Bro, Rainbow was weird.
Bro, I do be panicked. Why is it was hidden, right?
I think so.
Alright, that's the answer. Okay, so
Okay,
the body
cool.
was hidden, so she was already dead when we found Ibuki. Okay. That answers my confusion. But there's still so much I don't get.
Why?
Yeah, why wasn't it already up? What did the killer use to hide the body? The wallpaper?
Wallpaper.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, fuck! Listen, I panicked.
That's okay.
Why are you making me play video games? How did the killer hide, they formed a wall? Is that it?
Oh no.
Nope, that's not it.
Okay.
They covered the pillar.
They covered the pillar.
Okay. So her body was already tied up, and when I walked in, there was wallpaper over her.
I'm assuming.
It's all coming together.
I guess.
It is?
I'm glad this is clear to them, because it's not very clear to me.
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Why?
It would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Why?
They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Okay.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
I'm still struggling to
And because
find
of
out
that,
why.
A scrap was left on the baton
Why hide the
lining.
body in the first place?
Killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Good
not
point.
getting.
And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Monomi, why are you participating?
Kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty
Yes,
noisy.
sue
for
him,
someone
girl.
who eats mothballs.
Sue him for all he's got.
Mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
They are
I
neat.
knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
But
Ibuki's
why?
death by hanging
Why?
matches the Scarecrow's death from the
That's what
movie.
I'm not understanding.
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie. Although the mutilated
Not if you
Tin
count
Man
her
was
throat being
omitted.
slashed.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble? in
That's
the
what
first
I'm not
place?
getting. Akane's asking the real questions
Based on
here.
what we know,
Exactly.
the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure
Oh,
out.
so I'm just dumb then. Cool. Okay, I should explain that.
I see!
Okay.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that,
What-
then I guess I'll hear.
Nobody's
about the
crying and begging.
condition
Nobody
of
said anything.
Ibuki's body.
Nobody said anything.
I'm
Gunned
not
him.
even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later.
I'm
Just
I'm
hurry
done.
up and tell
I'm
me
not
before
sobbing.
I change my mind.
What a jerk!
I actually didn't say
Oh, I
anything,
see.
but you know.
You want me to explain it to you?
She's
then?
sassing
You
him.
don't understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. You're too dumb to figure it out on your own.
Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive.
But in the movie, someone told her to kill herself. Means when she was still alive, her feet were between the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, so that's why there's blood on the bottom of her feet.
Right.
It is Hyoko's blood.
Since Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed, that would mean Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is
Gundam,
out of
you're
your
confusing
league.
me.
It is too absurd to try to perplex me so
Gundam, please shut your
inadequately.
mouth if you don't know what you're talking about.
Literally. Literally.
First and foremost, you
Jonathan's
claim
like, "Please
Ibuki's
shut
feet
up."
were touching the floor when Hyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no
She was
psychic
sick.
abilities
She
like
probably
you
didn't
do
even like
something
mentally
like
realize
that?
what was going on.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
Gundam.
Quit arguing. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hyoko was killed. Standing?
Blood on the souls.
Doesn't have anything to do with the stepladder, right?
When Hyoko
No.
died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Nope.
Sorry? I didn't realize I wasn't in agreement.
Contradiction.
Yep, my bad.
Crap!
No, you were right, you're right. I'm gonna sit quietly and watch this interaction happen first, before I make
Ibuki's
choices.
feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
I figured it was either that or the stepladder there.
Just as Sonia said,
Because she stepped on the stepladder.
Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Is that true? Do you actually die instantly from that?
I don't know. Once again, I wanted to Google it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was
So
killed.
Hyoko was dead before we even saw the monitor turn on.
Don't underestimate the
God
power
damn
of
it,
the
now I gotta
evil
argue with
eye.
this bitch.
Gundam! Stop
Is
it!
that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
I'm so sorry for my idiot
A
son.
rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you
Gundam
sure?
Tanaka, please.
If I show you how serious
I'm
I
sorry
am,
for my
this
idiot.
world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make
I don't think he's frightened, I think he's thinking,
You
oh my
realize
god, I am so done with these fucking ass bitches, I swear to god, I can't.
However, the
It's in his face, he's like, I can't do this anymore, I'm jumping in the ocean.
Hajime's like, you know, if we don't find the killer, just accuse me, and we'll just take us all out. It's fine.
This or the stepladder?
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Yeah, use your eyes, Gundam.
That's not it.
Use your
The
eyes.
reason there was no blood
So
on the
your
floor is because
hamsters.
the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
I like your
Even if they were able to
hairstyle.
hide Hyoko's body. It'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that
Who would have known
far.
that, though?
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Unless it's Mikon. Sonia, use your mind.
Maybe
Oh.
the heater was running inside the music venue, so it was
Another
still
thing that only
used
Mikon would know. Okay, now I'm pretty sure. Now I'm pretty
I
convinced.
know, right?
That's because of
Now
the
I'm pretty
killer.
convinced.
The time of death wasn't meant
But
to
I
be
honestly
monitored.
think if she did do this, it was I think she was under the despair disease. I don't think she would have. Mikon doesn't seem like a killer. I feel like she was sick.
Unless she snapped.
Since we have all this evidence,
That's possible. She
there's
did
no
not
one
like
else who
Hyoko.
wants to object,
And Ibuki kind of bullied her too.
and
Yeah.
it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Where the fuck is the murder
It
weapon?
appears that it is wiser
Was it a
to
scalpel?
retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or
Right?
evil, there's
sharp
no
edge
deceit
tool?
in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Ooh.
Now then,
Yes. Thank
There's
you,
some
Kazuya.
sass going between Kazuichi and Gundam.
Ah, wait a sec. I want to run by Monokuma.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry, Nagito, I love you.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Aw, are you saying I'm important? Aw, Monokuma, I misjudged you.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch,
Yeah,
we
but
can always
I don't
punish Monami.
think... wouldn't that be the plot twist, was that Ibuki killed Hyoko and then herself?
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then
Ooh.
committed suicide due to a guilty
That is
conscience,
possible.
right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden
Oh, yeah,
appearance
you're
of
right, you're right.
Hyoko's
I forgot
body
about
soon
that.
after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Nagito, are you still sick
If
from the
she
liar
waited
disease?
until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her
They do it in
death,
Heathers.
I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm
Nagito,
free to search for the killer.
quit bringing up bullshit just to confuse us.
There's still one more issue in my mind.
Nagito,
If
please.
Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was
The
that
despair
video Hajime
disease.
saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I'm surrounded by
I don't know
fools.
anything about
Are y'all
that.
stupid?
Y'all dumbasses.
Sorry.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer
Yeah,
did
Mikon, wanna
something.
share?
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
No, so it had to have been live. It had to have been live.
There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video.
Because if it could have been in like a pre-recorded video, but it's it didn't have that function.
What time did Hajime see that video?
Yeah, because
Saw it at the hospital. Right
Kazuichi
before
was like,
Monokuma's
hey,
morning announcement.
I
And
couldn't
saw
get
the
it
body
to
at the
make
music
the
venue
recording
a little
function a
after
thing.
Monokuma's
Yeah.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time.
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
You have the
All
weakest alibi, Sonia. You and Kazuichi. Okay. I feel like it's Fuyuhiko's or
We can exclude the
Mikon's
sick
account.
people like me and Akane, right?
And
Oops.
what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No, that's wrong! Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact,
For one, Hajime.
Nikon and I both have alibis.
You two
Hajime.
have alibis?
Hajime.
Up until I saw that hanging video,
You know,
Nikon
Hajime.
and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
She snuck into my
I
cottage.
accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's
never that
inevitable that
easy.
an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
You're doing your best, Sonia.
But
You know what? Maybe it is Sonia.
committing an imitation murder, is that
I'm
really
kidding, I'm
all
sorry,
it
Sonia.
was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Hiyoko could have been killed way early on. The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Okay, I have an idea. Hyoko's already dead before Mikan comes to the cottage. Mikan comes back with us to the hospital. Didn't we go into Nagito's room and she left us alone for a minute? She goes over to the transmission device. Ibuki's at the music venue. She transmits to Ibuki, tells Ibuki to kill herself, and then goes up to the on-call room. And we come out and see the aftermath. Right?
Okay.
I feel like the transmission device has more at play. Right?
Yeah.
Because they made a point to tell us you only could have transmitted from the hospital to there. So why make sure we know that, you know? That could be a way she pulled it off. Because I'm kind of convinced it's her. Whose? And what kind of trap is it?
She was too ready to be like, I don't think it could be me.
Yeah, I could never pull it off. I'm too small and weak.
Hiya!
Why, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls.
And here's some chance time.
What's that?
Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. 1 second. I disconnected again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why is Discord doing this to me? I have to fix it when it does this because I have to stream this to her so that they can do voices. And it's struggling. It's struggling, but it's trying to transmit. I have so many coins. Let me know as soon as you can see it. Are you still here? Am I disconnecting again? God damn it. Well, shit. What do we do about this situation? This is a good question. I might have to do the trial with Mahi just watching. Honestly. I mean, it's not like it's voice acted, but I just really want you to be part of it. I can read you in chat. You seem to be fine. Okay, we're gonna try that. This is unfortunate, but alright. I guess I'll just have to be more funny.
That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal.
Mahi's way better at the voice than I am, damn.
Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
In like 20 minutes or so, I'm gonna try and join the Discord call again.
Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Geez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
Great. Can we get back to the trial? Sure. I feel like we've learned so much. Well, we've learned a little. We've learned a little.
I'm Monami.
What?
Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
Alright, you handle the voice, Monami.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this.
I'm trying, Monami.
Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.